I have this neck right here, as you can see. And you might think that this is rosewood or some other dark, nice wood. And you would be forgiven to think that for the first glance or something like that. But if you look really closely, you can see that it has these little marks here where it's like something light underneath. Well, it is painted. This is a painted fretboard. And I just don't like that. I don't think you should do that because I think it's, lying. Someone is looking at a guitar and they're thinking, whoa, it's a nice, beautiful rosewood fretboard. And then they start playing it. And the thing is, if you paint a fretboard, eventually it always comes off. It might take a couple of years. If it's an inexpensive guitar like this one is, it will take a couple of hours. I cleaned this fretboard because this is the salvage guitar thing that I did. And as I was cleaning it, because it had a lot of gunk on it, me just going over it with a rag made some of it disappear already. So I have a bottle here with acetone, and so we're just going to clean this off real quickly and, see what happens. So, tiny piece of a rag and some acetone, and it smells so disgusting, but we start rubbing it. And as you can see, it comes off. And I'm not putting that much pressure or anything. I'm just moving back and forth. And the thing is, I understand that you might have some fun ideas for coloring fretboards, and obviously if that's what you want to do, like you want to make a blue fretboard or something like that, then go ahead. I'm not saying that it's always a bad idea, but when you're doing something that is supposed to pretend to be a wood that it's not, then you're making people think that they're buying something they're not buying. And I just don't like that. So if you have a cool idea for a guitar you want to build, do it. If you want to sell guitars, don't do something that might trick someone. And I know that some of you who are watching this are like me and you want to build fun and interesting things for yourself, but I also know that some of you are hoping to one day have a career. And I honestly think that the best thing when it comes to like doing things that you love and turning them into having a career, your integrity is your most valid asset. So make sure that if you're out there and you're trying to build guitars to sell to people, that even if you make mistakes, or even if you're using woods that aren't that popular or something like that, that you're just honest with people. I think it's gonna be the best thing in the long run. So, as you can see, I've been going at this for about 2 minutes now. And yeah, I mean, obviously I'm not done because I think I might have to clean this fretboard a couple of times. But you can see that at least the first layer is coming off pretty quickly. Okay, so this is what the fretboard looks like right now when I've cleaned it, and it's not perfect in any way, as you most likely can see. You might even think it looks worse, and I would agree. It's gonna be really hard to get out the color that is in the grain. So if you look at the neck, the rest might be, yeah. I could pull the frets and sand back the fretboard to where the grain is clean, which I'm not going to do, which might be obvious to you, since then I wouldn't have cleaned it with acetone. I would have just done that immediately. I'm probably gonna do something to this to make it dark again, but I'm probably gonna use a stain, or I am gonna use a stain in that case. And it's gonna be one of those things that I do because I feel like I have to and not because I necessarily want to. I'm gonna try to clean it a little bit more. What you have to do is you use a rag and you clean it, and then you use another rag and you go like that until the rag is clean once you've done it all. And that's just because that's when you've pulled out all the color there is to pull out of the fretboard. And yeah, it can be very tedious and take a long time to do, but I mean, it's gonna come off when you play either way, because you're not supposed to paint your fretboard. You're supposed to stain it or lacquer it or something like that. If you want to paint your fretboard and do some weird painting job that looks cool on it with paint, which is what was on this, you have to clear coat it afterwards, lacquer it, you know, so that it's underneath and won't be, you know, damaged or removed by playing wear. If you want the fretboard to be like bare wood or something like that, you need to stain it and then put like oils on and make sure that the stain that you're putting on is really seeping into the wood, because otherwise it's not gonna work. Anyway, that's the end of this video. Hopefully you understand that what I'm saying here is that I don't think you should paint your fretboard to try and trick someone. You should do it because you have a cool art, beautiful idea. And you should also not think that it's like a bad thing to buy one of these guitars. I mean, like for example, if one of these guitars with painted fretboards is all you can afford, or maybe it's the only thing that is available to you, I don't think it's wrong to buy these guitars, but I think it's a little bit shady to sell them. So yeah, hopefully you don't mind me saying that, because I mean nothing, no offense by saying that. So that's the end of this video. I just wanted to make this short little quick showing you this fretboard, because I don't know, when I got this guitar I didn't think about it that much, and now that I'm doing some things to it that you will see later down the line in other videos, I just kind of felt like, I need to share this with you, because this is something that happens a lot actually, that fretboards are painted. I've talked to you about my Les Paul Junior before, other videos if you've seen those, where I had a beautiful fretboard made of Purple Heart that was just slabbered on with some weird black goo to make it look like ebony, and it was just ugh. So I really don't like this, and I really don't like that people are doing these sorts of things. And yeah, hopefully if you're building guitars and you're watching these videos, you know that you shouldn't do this. But anyway, that's the end of this video, so thanks so much for watching. If you like the video, press the like button, talk to me in the comments below, and stay awesome and cool, and go and clean a guitar. And hopefully the fretboard, you know, is the actual wood that it pretends to be and doesn't come off.